We are off to our meet and greet for our Grand Design Rally. So the game shall begin.
The national rally, this next national rally will be September 1st through the 4th of next year.
Okay. So we're on the way to the pizza party. And there's also karaoke and what else?
Karaoke is later on, and then there's the Hudsons are going to put on a presentation.
I thought that's, but that's back
Jim
at
and
their,
Carrie Hudson.
but that's back at their site, isn't it?
I'm not sure if it's at the site or not. I know they are a whole 150 feet away from us, but I'm not sure if it's in the clubhouse or at their site. We'll find out later.
Well, that's really cute.
Oh, nice.
That's very cute. Good morning. Here we are in Kennewick. Brent's off for pancake breakfast and session about torque something. I don't know. I heard yesterday that it was potentially a set of stairs. We'll find out when we hook up with Brent. I gotta take the dogs out for a walk, so I thought I'd take you for a walk too and show you this park. It's really quite a lovely park. They have a variety of different sites. They have quite a few overflow sites. They kind of put people everywhere. There's quite a few drive-through. We are here for the Grand Design Rally in Kennewick, Washington. So there's a lot of Grand Design units. It's kind of neat to see so many of one kind of, well, one brand of trailer. There's Solitudes and Reflections and Reflection travel trailers and Reflection fifth wheels and did I say Solitudes and Momentums? And yeah, it's just really kind of neat to see all the different types of trailers. So actually that Solitude is the one we originally wanted. It's got like a storage like you can't even believe. It's got a slide out tray on the back. Yeah, it's quite nice. So a lot of Reflection fifth wheels. I think there's only one or two bumper tow type trailers. And there's the Grand Design Tech. He's coming around and helping us with everybody's little problems. Nothing major. We were doing something wrong when we were trying to get our Winegard antenna to clue in that there's TV stations out there, we don't have to pay for them. Yeah, and these TV stations that once they came in, they are as clear as could be. So yeah, I think there was like 22 stations, and there's radio stations, and it's quite the neat thing. So this next section, they're not paved sites. They are still pull through, but they're gravel. Yeah, so they're quite nice too. And they've got their power hookup is really quite, they're cute little stands that they made instead of just a meh power pole. We are walking the perimeter of the park, and the entire perimeter is a mile. So I'm just doing that with the dogs morning, and we do a little shorter one in the evening. So with all the running around we've been kind of doing back and forth to the event center to listen to all the fascinating information. Not gonna lie, Brent has been doing more of the sessions than I have. So they're kind of techie kind of stuff and tools, and not my thing. So I'm more about, look, it's pretty. Brent's more the technical person as far as this relationship goes. Oh, and today's our anniversaries. So 6 years that we've been married. Been together a lot longer than that. So, okay, we're coming around to the end of this path, and they have a frisbee golf field. They have 2 dog parks, but they're little dog parks. They're not built for Wrigley. Wrigley! I think a little bit later we are going to bring Wrigley out to this big field and just let her give her, because she's full of beans, I tell you. Are you full of beans, Wrigley? Wrigley! Yeah, she's looking at the grass going, I want to run. So we're gonna finish our walk, and then I'm gonna go join Brent in the event center. Oh, Wrigley. Okay, my dog, we stopped to talk to some people who are also from Canada, from British Columbia, and they live up in the northern part of British Columbia, and now the dogs are just being ridiculous. Wrigley, oops, are you gonna be ridiculous? So, yeah, they leash wrestle. Come on, let's go. So, we're at the far end of the park, and we'll bring you around to the... Oh, Wrigley! What are you doing? Okay, now you're all tangled up. Okay, stop. So they've got this really lovely garden area up near the event center and gift store. And then beyond these tents is a pool and a hot tub. And then what's in the...
With handicap access, there is a lift for anyone that needs to get in and out.
So in this area outside the event center is another little picnic area. So for barbecues and that sort of thing. Be back onto this.
The premium sites are paved.
Yeah.
The deluxe sites are gravel, but they're all flat. They're all large enough for any size rig.
Yeah, I don't remember the code for the pool, but I'll just give you a little sneak peek here. So there's the hot tub. Quite a good size. And then the pool, which is also a fairly good size. So Brent, how's the rally been for you?
It's been actually very informative. So many solitudes, imagines, and reflections here. We are one of the few reflection travel trailers, believe it or not. They're all fifth wheels. Almost everybody has a fifth wheel here. Most of the people are a little older than us, but they are fully retired and traveling full time. They need the extra room for grandkids or what have you. This has just been great. Oh, forgot about the Momentums, the toy haulers.
There's quite a few
here. There's a lot of those.
Yeah, there are a couple of different versions of the Momentum though, aren't there?
There are all of the Momentums that are here are fifth wheels.
Yeah, but there's different...
We did see one yesterday from one of the local distributors that it is a travel trailer Momentum.
Okay, gotta change arms.
Not very advisable to take that one because the sleeping quarters in that looked very tiny. Although it did have the Happy Jack bunk system in the back of the rig. The front bedroom was, I think, about 6 by 7 foot. It looked really tiny and tight.
So for the open house, is there any that are doing are there any Momentums that are doing open house?
I know 2 that we're seeing today are actually, this is one of them, a Solitude, and that Solitude behind me, they're both in the open house. The 2 that are on the far side of the park, I don't know what kind of rig they are, but we will find out in about 45 minutes. Okay,
so we're just going to go into the clubhouse. The internet's a little bit spotty out in the park, so I have some business to do, take care of.
Okay. So we're at Columbia Sun RV Resort in Kennewick, Washington at a Grand Design Rally. And we're just doing some open house tours of some of the rigs that people wanted to show off their stuff. One thing I wanted to show off was something I was going to get. We ended up with a bumper tow, but if we had a fifth wheel, this is the hitch I would have gotten. It is made by Anderson. So much easier to deal with than a regular fifth wheel hitch. Gives you better angles, and this is what goes in the box. This here weighs about 65 or 70 pounds, I believe, and it's one bolt. You can take the entire thing out in a heartbeat. It's so much easier to deal with than having a 200-pound hitch sitting in the back of your truck. That is definitely the way to go, I would say.
Okay. All right, let's go on to the next Solitude. The next Solitude has a bunch of solar attached.
Yeah, these guys have gone all out in the solar. Just walking by earlier, I talked to him. He said 960 watts of panels on the roof.
Okay.
And in his front bay, where the generator usually is, I see at least 6 Battleborn batteries. So I'm sure they do some boondocking.
Yeah.
We'll tell you about it in a minute.
Okay. Care to talk about that
you
solar?
installed all this yourself, right?
He's got the same hitch as the last Solitude.
Oh no.
Beautiful
okay,
little
guy
unit.
Had, something similar to you.
And in his front bay, 7 Battleborn batteries. This man does a lot of boondocking.
Oh, and then I guess the other thing.
Looks like a beautiful setup. You don't need a generator when you have that many Battleborns. And I believe he's got 960 watts on the roof.
Okay.
That's the battery monitor up here.
You can
And temperature monitor over here.
general vicinity of the rig.
Okay.
You can look and like see it.
Okay, climbing up. This. This is the top of that Solitude. It's got 3 large solar panels, 960 watts in total. And there's still probably a foot on one side and a foot and a half on the other side to walk around them. Lots of room. They look like they're really nicely mounted. Okay, this is the battery bank I was talking about. He's got 7 Battleborn batteries, so he's got 700 cranking amps, or 700 hours of cranking amps. And up over here, he's got a MPPT 150 charge controller, Victron Energy Multiplus 3000, and just looks so confused, but is neat. It just looks beautiful.
So you thinking about doing?
So we were just in the Solitude over here. It's 2014, and they are not the first owners, so they got it used. They did a really nice mount for the TV.
Yeah, he's got a 42-inch TV in there. It's a smart TV, so he knew what he wanted. He got it, and he mounted it with, I believe, 2 or 3 solid steel brackets, and it's not going anywhere. The only reason he couldn't go a little bit larger is because he had a little cabinet door on each side of the TV. He could go to a bigger TV, but then he'd have to mount the swivel.
Yeah.
And
So that's potential. We could look at maybe getting our 55-inch back.
that's a possibility, but it's a very heavy unit, so we'd have to have some really good solid mounts.
Oh, something to look into.
Yes.
Oh, and they made cookies for their open house, so that was really special.
Yeah, walked in, there's fresh baked chocolate chip cookies. That's always a nice thing.
And I think something was brewing in the bread maker.
That's possible. I didn't see it.
Okay, we're gonna check out this Reflection. It's a 5th wheel. Not sure the model number. So the Reflection 5th wheel has a similar sink setup as we do. It's the Solitude that has the vessel sinks that I really, really like. And they do not have the extra closet. They just have the one closet. I like our closet doors better, but they have the same dresser as us. Wrigley! Wrigley! Go Wrigley! We're just letting them off in the field here for a bit, so they can. Look, he's just running circles. Maddie ran for like. Maddie, no digging. Come on, Riggs. Go, 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 go. So for the first minute that she was off, she just ran in circles. So tonight is the potluck, and I made the shepherd's pie recipe that I had from Weight Watchers, and so we're gonna go over with all the peoples over there and have some food. Brent's already taken the food over for me. I'm a little rosy from the oven and the convection oven. I had 2 pots going, so apparently there's a ton of food over there. So we are going to go over there. Well, I'm gonna go join Brent over there, and the dogs are gonna stay here. So we'll do a few clips on that, and the heat just kicked in. I don't know what happened to the weather around here. Yesterday it was so hot we needed to wear shorts. Today I pulled out my winter coat. So I'm gonna throw that on and we are gonna head over. All right, talk to you soon. Okay folks, that was Kennewick, and we are on our way back to the north, although it is about freezing here. It's cold. So we're heading home, heading back on the freeway, heading west and then north.
Northwest. Here we go.
That there's a mountain that I think we went past. I don't know. Did we go past that one?
Just as good as mine, honey.
And so just beyond that,
Vineyard.
is that what that is? That green patch? There. Well, it's disappearing behind the vineyard. But yeah, so there's snow, and it's not even October in the Pacific Northwest. This time last year, actually it would be tomorrow, we were on our way to Calgary, and
we brought winter with us.
Winter came with us when we went through the Rockies, and then they had like 3 feet of snow on the ground.
3 feet, but it was a lot.
It went up to my knees and then some. So it was a lot.
And the highway through Banff was shut down for 2 days because everybody and their dog was going off the road.
Yeah, so we got snowy peaks, and hopefully our road that lies ahead will
not be a snowy peak.
Not be a snowy peak. First mishap, minor-ish. We were coming out of the fuel stop in Blaine on our way onto the freeway, just heading to the border, and one of the stabilizer bars popped off. So we had the back window open for Wrigley to get some air.
Oh, it wasn't open.
Was it?
I heard something and then opened it.
Oh, okay. So, disaster averted. Okay, so we fixed our little mishap off. Was it the chain piece or the other piece?
No, it was the front part bar slipped out of the hole, and I don't know if it was from a tight corner to the left or to the right. It probably would have been to the left because it was the left bar. But I'm gonna have to see if there's a groove worn in one of them, and one might be for the left, one might be for the right, which I've never realized until now.
Okay.
Luckily, it was a quick fix. It took a whole 4 minutes or so.
We didn't time it.
Basically, jack it up, put the chain back on, and we're good to go.
Okay.
So it's not a big deal.
So we're coming up on the Peace Arch border crossing on the American side, going into Canada. And we got rid of our bananas.
Pardon me?
We got rid of our bananas.
Oh yeah, we did. Good, good.
We had to eat 2 bananas each today. They were little ones, thank goodness.
Hello. Want me to shut it off?
Yeah,
No problem.
the plate number for the pickup by chance?
Yes. RA997 Charlie.
Where do you all live?
Surrey.
How long were you away?
4 nights, 5 days.
Okay, where to for that time?
Kennewick, Washington for a RV rally.
RV rally. Okay. So you have it inside the back of the truck there, or
Pardon me?
what's the RV rally like? What is
Oh, it's everybody that buys from this particular
dealership or something?
no
The brand.
model, the brand name.
Oh, okay.
So anybody that buys a Grand Design trailer can sign up to go to the rally and just learn about their units.
Oh, okay. Does it cost money or is it free? Or?
No, it's free. You just got to pay for the trip and
Fair enough.
to stay there.
How long have you owned the trailer for?
About 6 months.
April.
We bought it in April.
April
Yeah,
5th.
Very new.
What's the value of it's moving back then?
Roughly 300 between the two of us, and we did bring a little liquor.
Sure.
Got a bottle of rum,
Okay.
small bottle of Irish whiskey, and then remnants of a case of beer.
All right. Any tobacco products?
None.
That's too easy.
Okay, thank you. Have a good day.
Through the border crossing, easy peasy. Seems like border guards are not well versed on what a RV rally is. So we had to explain it going down and we had to explain it coming back.
And everybody we spoke to that wasn't at the rally didn't know what it was either.
I guess don't know what a rally's all about. Anyways, we are on our last little leg of our trip and we will be back at home base in about 5 minutes.
Make it 10. I've got to stop here. Those bars.
So in our hurry to get going and get off the side of the freeway, Brent realized as we crossed the border and we're going over speed bumps, we might not have raised the jack stand high enough. So quick stop at a info center on the side of the highway and
That would not be fun. Okay, good to go.